both having a migration background as well, said, we have sympathy for that. So you didn't actually steal anything yet, we cannot make a case anyways, you're free to go. But later that night when I was in bed, I was like, what did I do? Why did I do it? You know, so it's not cut and dry. We do have 5 more minutes because I promised you to let you go after an hour, so 2 more cases. The scooter and the phone. So back in Tilburg, I was again with a community officer, a different one than John, a rough guy. He was a rough cop. He was the guy who liked the kind of aggression that you sometimes see with cops. He was driving his motor, and a guy on a scooter was driving through a red light, and he was chasing him. Normally, when you think this cop has a motorcycle and I have a scooter, you stop because you won't win. But this guy thought, well, I can get away, so he basically escaped, tried to escape. And then this motor cop, of course, he catched up and he was dragged into the station with some violence. And this guy on the scooter, he basically said, well, I have to go to work, and if I don't go, I will be unemployed, they will fire me, help me, at least I can make a phone call. And then he asked the cop, can I use your phone? And the cop said, no, you can. And then he looked in my direction and said, can I use your phone? Oh, what will you do?
You're making these harder and harder every time.
Sorry? We were in front of the station in the parking lot.
Well, then no, because then you can say you can use the phone inside.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have opted for the same,
It's
actually.
like it's so an open space now, so there was like it's not to be
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what I said. Yeah. But then the cop let him go.
Oh,
He just let him go.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
So I basically said, well, I wanted to help you, but I'm not an officer. This is not my call. But there are phones inside, so if you're going to get inside, you can make the call. And then his motor cop was, having a speech, and he was very masculine, and he was satisfied with his subversive attitude, and he just let him go. Yeah. Right. Oh, that's about me. I'm the rogue student. So this is just to wrap it up. This is really actually the end of the whole project. So I was defending my dissertation 3 years ago here at this university, and I had written my book, and it was kind of critical about the police, as you can expect, because I had all these cases compiled and I had them in my book. I was actually employed by the Dutch Police Academy at the time, so they paid me to write this book. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? So at the very end, I was sitting in my university office, and someone from the communication department from this university came to me and said, "Well, this is a nice topic. We can make some. This is something for our public relations department." So they interviewed me, and I said a few things, I gave them some examples, and then kind of was blown up in the whole press release. It was also my mistake because I should have checked it and I should have, corrected it, but I didn't because I was too busy defending my dissertation. So it was all blown up in the media. And within 2 weeks, I was on the front page of every newspaper in this country. It was, on one hand, it was nice. On the other hand, it was super scary. So Front Live, Front Page, NRC Handelsblad, and Trouw, and was called by the NOS and interviewed a couple of times on radio channels, and basically the main thing that the media got out of it was that police discriminate and that this is a structural problem. So it cannot be, you cannot individualize it anymore. It's of such a systematic nature that it has become a structural problem. And I give them some examples. There was, for instance, a project in Amsterdam where the Dutch police was cooperating with the military to actually deploy a military technique on Dutch soil. So they were using psychological operations, which is a military operation to influence people and to psychologically manipulate them. And they were using that basically in Amsterdam West to influence non-Western immigrant communities there. It was all highly classified, but well, I was there as a researcher, so I published about it, and they were not very happy. So, within a day, I was called by a spokesperson of the Dutch police, of the national police in The Hague, and he basically said, he tried to nudge me to use less critical wording and to, basically to step down. I didn't, because I thought the moment someone tells me to step down, I'll feel extra energized to go for it. From that moment on, I accepted all invitations and I tried to be a public anthropologist, as my book was called, A Public Anthropology of Policing. Then I was called by a former colleague, because I was not employed anymore at the Dutch police, and they said, well, this is not to nudge you or not to impress you or whatever, but the mayor of Amsterdam, so van der Laan, and the attorney and the chief of police, they are preparing a court case. So you will be brought to court. So I advise you as a friend and colleague, former colleague, to step down. What would you do? This is the easiest one. You would say bite me? Sorry?
Too easy, she's still published.
Aha, okay.
Let's put it that way. I don't think the words are appropriate for the class.
So what would you do? Would you step down or not? No?
Did you have any money?
I was a PhD student, of course I had no money.
If you step down for that, then you step down for everything else. Your research, it's your job, it's your work.
Yeah.
And it's not harmful for anyone else other than the police.
Yeah. Sorry?
It's not harmful for anyone else other than the police. So.
Mm-hmm.
What was like the accusation then?
I don't know the English word for that.
I can translate.
Are you qualified for
Check
trying?
this. What word?
Nice.
Yes.
I was basically doing them harm unfounded, without any ground. What's the word for that?
Definition.
Huh?
Definition.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, that was the complaint. Yeah.
Other public knowledge. You just heard this noise.
Yeah,
And they were trying to find a nice word for it.
Yeah. Okay. Would anyone step down? Okay, cool. I didn't step down, and they didn't go through the case.
Yeah, they were just bluffing.
It was just to scare me. So they didn't go through. I kept on publishing. What I did do is I tried to include multiple perspectives. So from then on, I would always try to do justice to different perspectives. As a rogue student, I didn't really do that so far at that moment. So I did try that just to give them something. But I didn't step down, but I have a very difficult job getting access to the police nowadays. Let's keep it at that.
Wonder why.
Thank you. Enjoy the weather. I think next week will be Tom again, right?
I don't know.
Pia.
Digital and over. Cool. Bye.